Here are the top headlines happening right now. Amy Poehler reacts to Taylor Swift. As Matthew reported earlier today, when asked about the joke that Amy and Tina cracked at the Golden Globes regarding Taylor hitting on Michael J. Fox's son, Taylor quoted Madeleine Albright via Katie Couric saying, "There's a special place in hell for women who don't help other women." Since it's clear Taylor wasn't amused, Amy, whose Smart Girls YouTube channel is dedicated to empowering young girls, released this statement. "Aw, I feel bad if she was upset. I am a feminist and she is a young and talented girl. That being said, I do agree I am going to hell, but for other reasons, mostly boring tax stuff." Selena Gomez went pantless for a photo shoot in LA yesterday. The star was spotted strutting her stuff in a retro one-piece and other vampy outfits for an unknown project. She could be showing off ahead of the release of Spring Breakers, which comes out on March 15th, or the new album she's promised to fans this spring. And we also have Kate Hudson going topless for the April cover of Glamour that was just revealed. The mom of two looks terrific in Chanel necklaces and not much else, and talks about all the fun she's having chasing around sons Bing and Ryder, as well as playing wonderfully nasty dance teacher Cassandra July on Glee. Kate was interviewed for the article by the director of her new political film, The Reluctant Fundamentalist, which has a limited release on April 26th. The latest trailer for Iron Man 3 is out, and things are looking rough for Tony Stark. Turns out being the superhero playboy that saved the world is making him lose sleep. Plus, now he's constantly worried about his girl, Gwyneth Paltrow's Pepper Potts. And for good reason, because there's a creepy new villain, the Mandarin, played by Ben Kingsley, who is all about blowing both of them up.
I'm not afraid of you. No politics here. Just good old-fashioned revenge.
Now for our lead story, Jon Stewart is going on summer break, and it's not for a relaxing vacation. The talk show host is taking leave for 12 weeks to direct his first feature film, Rosewater, which he also adapted from a best-selling memoir that tells the true story of a journalist who's imprisoned and tortured in Iran. While Jon is tackling the project, Daily Show reporter John Oliver will take over his duties as substitute host. Now, Jon Stewart takes on the intense geopolitical issues on The Daily Show all the time. But why did this story in particular lure him away from hosting his popular show? It turns out Jon had a personal stake in Rosewater.
Well, we had sent Jason Jones over there, and you agreed to be interviewed with him. And Jason wore a keffiyeh and dark sunglasses and pretended to be a spy. As it turns out, your interrogators
didn't have a sense of humor.
So that was Maziar Bahari, the Canadian-Iranian journalist who authored Then They Came For Me, a family story of love, captivity, and survival. And as crazy as it sounds, the footage of that Daily Show skit was actually used against him while in jail for 118 days as an accused spy. Luckily, the journalist doesn't hold any grudges, and the Daily Show did check with him before they aired the skit. Plus, as Maziar admitted, part of how he survived his ordeal was to see the humor and absurdity in his situation, something that really appealed to Jon when he decided to adapt the story for film. When the New York Times asked the former Oscar host if he might end up as a nominee, Jon quipped, "Oh yes, because that is a great expectation to put on a first-time director." John Oliver is probably also feeling the weight of great expectations as the man chosen to fill Jon's swivel chair. Oliver is a British comedian who joined The Daily Show in 2006 and has since been seen in a Comedy Central half-hour special, along with his regular appearances interviewing everyone from Alison Brie to UN diplomats. We're excited to see how John Oliver handles The Daily Show hot seat, but we would have loved to see The Daily Show helmed by a woman, like veteran correspondent Samantha Bee, perhaps, to mix things up. What do you think of Jon Stewart's directorial break from The Daily Show? Will John Oliver make a good replacement? Let us know in the comments.